Good afternoon. I'm Eric Marjoram, the Dean of Social Science and Performing Arts. I've been here for 8 years, so I haven't known Dan as long as many of these other colleagues of his, but I'm no dummy. I've spent the last 3 or 4 years trying to tell him he's not allowed to retire. He figured out that that wasn't true. Story I wanted to tell about him makes me smile. A few years back, the Marjorams and the Millers and a few other families spent the day at Holiday World. We had a good time down there and took the kids down there. And we got there, we went into Splash and Safari, found ourselves a place to camp out, got all the chairs together and sent the kids off to swim. And Dan found himself a lounge chair and sat down in it and pulled out his book bag and said, "I've been so looking forward to reading this." And pulls out a couple of music theory books. And he was involved in those books like you and I might read a Dan Brown novel or a James Patterson thriller, and then every so often he would pop his head up and say, "This is so interesting." And it just makes me smile because he's just so involved in it, and it's a wonderful reminder for all of us that we can be immersed in what we care about and what we enjoy very much and get great pleasure out of the smallest subtleties that we can learn. And I take that with me as one of my fondest memories. So, Many people have influenced Dan during his life. One person who had significant impact on his life was a professor of music at San Francisco State University, Earl William Jones. Jones wrote a book called Sound, Self, and Song, Essays on the Teaching of Singing. And for the dedication to the book, he wrote this poem called Adam's Song. It goes like this. I am Adam, dust and clay. I tend the very sod from which I rose, creation's day, in wonder after God. I sing because I might bequeath some sureness, wondered clean, of sun above, or soil beneath, or singing man between, shaping praises out of sound in songs of birth and death. I sing because I have not found a better use for breath. Thank you, Dan.